We're back here with the Coaches Show. Kenneth Klein, Mark T. Robinson here. And now it's time to talk with ETPU Volleyball with head coach Keely Peterson. Coach Peterson, I got to say, you're not only coming off a 5-game winning streak, but you're coming off a 15-set winning streak. I mean, 5 wins in a row, 5 straight sweeps. What is going on with your team? I mean, what happened this last week?
Group of girls. It's been really fun to work with them and see how all the camaraderie they have together, and it's just been a really fun season thus far. We came off of Colorado College with an injury that could have been devastating, but instead it really just rallied our team together, and we have our purpose already. Our team motto this year is "Our game has glory," but now it's also about Carly too. So it's been really fun to see these girls just really rally with each other and play with purpose. So everybody got in this past week, and everybody has gone out there and played with a purpose, and it's just been really fun to see.
What specifically for you guys? You talk about playing with purpose, and you talk about the team just rallying together. So what specifically out on the court are you seeing from your team that has been really working well during this 5-game win streak, 15 straight sets of winning? What specifically are you seeing as a coach that's working?
Well, if you're going from one season to the next, things we really focused on in the spring and thus far in the season has been our blocking. Our block is much larger this year. We're doing a much better job of closing, and it's had a huge effect. I believe in one of the games we had nine total blocks, which has been a vast improvement. Last year we were at like 1 or 2. So seeing that, and we've kind of averaged about 6. Seeing that has just been really motivating for the team. And our serve receive is much better, so we're doing a good job of being able to run a quicker offense because we have the pass that's there. So it's been really good to see the things that we've worked so hard for just really kind of come together.
The thing that I was most impressed about some of the games, looking at the box scores, was that for a while there, it would probably be close and hard fought. Sometimes you might have the lead by a couple, you might trail by a couple, but then, just like a boxer steals around in the last 30 seconds, you kind of take over the last second half of that set and just come away with the victories and all that. I mean, is it just kind of the fact that there's just some momentum going on with the team during the games, or are you just kind of figuring things out?
I think it's a combination of the two. We've talked a lot about point 10, and at point 10 is usually when we kind of take a breather, it looks like. And we've talked a lot about, like, hey, look, it's point 10. This is a point that we focus on and we push forward and we practice in that sense where we start at point 10 and we're at point 10 and they may be down, or they're at point 10 and we're down, or vice versa, or up, and how we pull through that. And so we've worked really hard on that, and pulling through. We do have some young people in our rotation, in our starting lineup right now, and just making sure that we've got everything in check. The first set is kind of like first rotation is kind of just feeling it out a little bit, and once we come back through, these girls are like, I know what I'm running here. I know what we got here. This is open. And, it's just really the fine-tuning, I think, a little bit. But, we have really worked hard on focusing at the midpoint of the game so it's not quite as tight. And I think, more so towards the end, you kind of saw that we've kind of figured that out a little bit, knock on wood.
And speaking of, you guys just figuring things out and being a strong team going forward, you're facing a strong team this week against UT Dallas, a team that you knocked off actually when they were ranked last year. So just kind of talk about kind of the emotions going into that game. What do you guys have to do to be successful to bring out another upset?
Well, I think we have to remain consistent. We don't have time in a game against such a talented and well-coached team like UTD to ride a roller coaster. And we don't have that. We don't have time for that point-in moment. We have to come in. We have to be consistent from the get-go. We don't have to figure things out. You have to be ready to go. And the girls know that kind of going into it. We used Colorado College. That tournament was a very high-powered, high-ranked kind of tournament for us, and it didn't go the way we wanted, just due to some the trauma of things that happened. And that last tournament wasn't quite the same caliber as that tournament, so we're gonna have to step it up and realize, like, this is a tough matchup. We've got a lot of young girls that may be rolling on the win and feeling kind of good right now. We don't have time for that. We have time to keep pushing and continue to grow. So that's going to be kind of our focus going forward is, making sure we understand the caliber we're about to play. They just knocked off Trinity, who I believe was number 5 this weekend. And they're a little all over the place. They beat Trinity and then they came back and they dropped to Laverne. And Laverne was unranked. So, it's game to game for them as much as it's game to game for anybody. So we just got to come in and bring in our game and focus on playing our game and not play at their game and their level.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you as you take on University of Texas Dallas. Stick around, folks. We're going to be talking with our next head coach, Eric Solberg, in just a moment.